Good morning, everyone. Let me start with a simple question. What if you knew that everything you do today could directly shape your tomorrow? What if the decisions you make right now are not just stepping stones, but the actual blueprint for the future you dream of? The truth is, our future doesn't arrive by accident. It's a result of the rules we live by today. But here's the catch. Not all rules are worth following. In fact, the most transformative rules are the ones that challenge our comfort, shift our mindset, and push us to evolve. So today I want to share with you 5 rules, not just any rules, but principles that will change the trajectory of your future in 2025 and beyond. These rules aren't abstract theories. They are rooted in actions you can take, behaviors you can adopt, and mindsets you can embrace. Let's begin with what may seem like a simple question, yet it's one of the most profound questions you will ever answer. Why? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Why do you pursue the goals you set for yourself? Why does your work, your vision, or your dream matter? Here's the thing. Most people go through life focused on the what and the how. They focus on what they want to achieve: a promotion, a new house, financial freedom, and they focus on how to achieve it, the steps, the strategies, the tactics. But few ever stop to ask why. And yet, it's the why that gives meaning to the what and the how. Without a clear why, you might achieve success, but it will feel empty. You might set goals, but you'll lose motivation halfway through. You might even lead others, but they'll struggle to follow because they don't see the purpose behind your actions. Let me illustrate this with a story. Imagine you're walking through a construction site and you see 3 workers laying bricks. You ask the first worker, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm laying bricks." You ask the second worker the same question, and he responds, "I'm building a wall." But then you approach the third worker and ask, "What are you doing?" And with a spark in his eyes, he says, "I'm building a cathedral that will stand for generations to come." All 3 workers are doing the same job, but the one who knows his why works with more passion, more purpose, and more pride. His why transforms a mundane task into a meaningful mission. Now, let's bring it back to you. What's your cathedral? What's the bigger picture that drives you to do what you do? When you start with your why, everything changes. Here's why. Your why becomes your fuel. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. If your motivation is rooted in shallow goals like money or recognition, you'll burn out the moment things get tough. But if your motivation is tied to a deeper purpose, you'll find the strength to keep going. Purpose creates resilience. It's what turns adversity into fuel for your fire. Your why inspires others. The most inspiring leaders, innovators, and creators don't just tell people what to do, they show them why it matters. When you're clear about your purpose, you attract people who believe in the same vision. They're not just following your actions, they're aligning with your mission. Your why gives clarity to your decisions. We live in a world of endless options, distractions, and opportunities. Without a clear why, it's easy to get pulled in 100 directions at once. But when you know your why, it acts like a filter, helping you focus on what truly matters and say no to what doesn't. Your why makes your work meaningful. It doesn't matter whether you're a teacher, an entrepreneur, a parent, or an artist. When your actions align with your why, your work takes on a new level of significance. You're no longer just doing a job, you're fulfilling a calling. But here's the thing, finding your why isn't always easy. It requires reflection, vulnerability, and a willingness to look deeper than surface level desires. So let me help you with this. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What makes me come alive? Think about the moments when you feel energized, passionate, and fully engaged. These moments are clues to your purpose. What problem do I want to solve? The most meaningful why is often connected to serving others or making a positive impact. What challenges in the world or in your community do you feel called to address? What legacy do I want to leave? Imagine yourself at the end of your journey. What do you want people to remember about you? What difference do you want to have made? When you answer these questions, you'll begin to uncover your why, and once you do, write it down. Keep it visible. Let it guide every decision you make. Because here's the truth: when you live a life driven by purpose, you don't just build a career, you build a legacy. You don't just achieve success, you achieve significance. And in the end, isn't that what we're all striving for? So as you move forward, let your why be the foundation of everything you do. Because when you start with your why, you don't just change your future, you change the world. In the world we live in today, everything seems to be moving faster. We want instant results, immediate rewards, and overnight success. We're drawn to the idea of quick fixes, fast tracks, and hacks that promise to get us what we want in the shortest time possible. But here's the truth: real success doesn't come overnight. If you truly want to shape a future worth having, you must learn to embrace the long game. This isn't just a principle, it's a mindset, a way of living, and one of the most powerful rules that will transform the way you approach your goals. Success takes time. Think about the most remarkable achievements in history, whether it's building the Great Wall of China, developing a groundbreaking technology, or mastering a skill. None of these happen quickly. Why? Because things of great value require time, effort, and patience. Take a tree, for example. You plant a seed, but you don't expect a fully grown tree the next day, do you? You water it, nurture it, and give it time to grow. Eventually, it bears fruit, but it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. The same is true for your dreams, your career, and your personal growth. Short-term thinking might bring you temporary satisfaction, but it's the long game that builds a legacy. The long game is about compound growth. There's a principle called the power of compounding. And while it's often used in financial terms, it applies to every area of life. Compounding means that small, consistent actions repeated over time lead to exponential growth. I think of it this way: if you improve yourself by just 1% every day, that doesn't seem like much. But over a year, that 1% improvement compounds into something extraordinary, minus 365% growth. The key isn't massive, sudden change, it's consistency over time. Whether you're building a career, a business, or a relationship, success comes from showing up every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's about trusting that the small actions you take today will eventually add up to something remarkable. Why most people quit. Here's the challenge: the long game requires patience, and patience is hard. Most people quit because they don't see results fast enough. They start a new habit, a project, or a goal, and when the rewards don't show up immediately, they give up. But let me tell you this: the most important progress often happens beneath the surface, where you can't see it. Think of a bamboo tree. For years after planting, it shows almost no visible growth above the ground. But during those years, it's developing a complex root system below the surface. And then almost suddenly, it shoots up at an astonishing rate. The same is true for your future. Just because you don't see results right away doesn't mean nothing is happening. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Keep working even when it feels like no one is watching, because the long game rewards those who refuse to quit. Focus on the journey, not just the destination. Embracing the long game isn't just about achieving your goals, it's about who you become in the process. The journey shapes you, teaches you, and prepares you for the success you're working toward. If your focus is only on the end result, you'll miss the lessons and growth that come along the way. But when you commit to the long game, you'll start to see the value in every step, every challenge, and every setback. You'll realize that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Build systems, not just goals. Another key to embracing the long game is shifting your focus from goals to systems. Goals are great for setting direction, but systems are what keep you moving forward. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your system might be writing 500 words every morning. If your goal is to get healthier, your system might be exercising for 30 minutes every day. If your goal is to grow your career, your system might be learning a new skill every month. Goals are about the end result, But systems are about the daily actions that lead you there. And when you focus on systems, you're more likely to stay consistent, even when progress feels slow. Delayed gratification is a superpower. In a world of instant gratification, the ability to delay gratification is a superpower. It's the ability to say, I'm willing to work hard today for a reward that might not come for months, years, or even decades. This is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who settle for fleeting wins. When you embrace the long game, you're playing for something bigger than temporary satisfaction. You're playing for something that endures. Practical steps to embrace the long game: set a clear vision. Know where you're headed and why it matters. Break it down into small steps. Focus on what you can do today, this week, and this month to move closer to your goal. Track your progress. Celebrate the small wins along the way. They're proof that you're moving forward. Be patient. Remind yourself that great things take time. Stay consistent. Show up every day, even when it feels hard or unrewarding. Let me tell you something that has the power to shape the course of your future. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a moment. The people you allow into your life, your friends, colleagues, mentors, and even your family, don't just influence you, they define you. They shape your mindset, your habits, your beliefs, and ultimately your destiny. If you truly want to change your future, you need to surround yourself with the right people. The power of influence. Human beings are social creatures. We learn, grow, and adapt by observing the people around us. This means that the energy, attitudes, and behaviors of those closest to you will inevitably rub off on you. Are you surrounded by people who challenge you to grow, or people who keep you stuck in mediocrity? Are the people in your life lifting you higher, or are they pulling you down? Do the conversations you have inspire action, or do they drain your energy? Here's the truth: you cannot soar like an eagle if you surround yourself with chickens. If you want to reach new heights, you must surround yourself with people who are already flying. Who are the right people? The right people are those who push you to become the best version of yourself. They're the ones who inspire and motivate you. These are the dreamers, the doers, and the visionaries. When you're around them, their passion ignites your own. Their energy is contagious, and they make you believe that anything is possible. Challenge you to grow. The right people won't let you stay in your comfort zone. They'll ask you tough questions, hold you accountable, and push you to aim higher. They see your potential even when you can't see it yourself. Support and encourage you. Life is full of ups and downs, and you need people who will stand by you through it all. The right people celebrate your wins, but they're also there to pick you up when you fall. Share your values and vision. It's not enough to simply surround yourself with successful people. You need to surround yourself with the right kind of success. The right people align with your values, your ethics, and your purpose. Add positivity, not negativity. Negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. Surround yourself with people who see opportunities, not obstacles. People who encourage solutions, not complaints. The danger of the wrong people. On the flip side, the wrong people can sabotage your growth and derail your future. Negative thinkers will fill your mind with doubt and fear. Toxic individuals will drain your energy and distract you from your goals. Envious people will celebrate your failures and resent your success. Mediocre companions will make you feel comfortable staying where you are, rather than pushing you to move forward. Sometimes, the most difficult but necessary decision is to distance yourself from people who no longer align with your growth. This doesn't mean you stop loving them or wishing them well. It means you prioritize your own purpose and progress. The importance of a growth circle. Let me introduce you to the concept of a growth circle. A growth circle is a group of people who are intentionally chosen to help you succeed. These are your mentors, peers, and even mentees. Here's how to build your growth circle. Seek mentors. A mentor is someone who has walked the path you want to walk. They have the wisdom, experience, and perspective to guide you. Don't be afraid to seek out mentors who inspire you, even if they seem out of reach. Remember, people who have succeeded often want to share their knowledge. Choose growth-oriented peers. Your peers are the ones who walk alongside you. These should be people who share your hunger for growth. They don't have to be in the same field as you, but they must have the same drive to push boundaries and achieve excellence. Be a mentor to others. Surrounding yourself with the right people isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. When you mentor others, you solidify your own knowledge and create a positive ripple effect of growth. Limit access to your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your time and energy. Be discerning about who you let into your inner circle. Protect your focus and prioritize relationships that uplift and empower you. The company you keep shapes your vision. Have you ever noticed that being around certain people changes the way you think? When you're with ambitious, forward-thinking individuals, you start to dream bigger. Their courage inspires your own. Their success becomes a mirror of what's possible for you. On the other hand, when you're surrounded by small-minded people, your vision shrinks. You begin to settle for less. You start to believe that greatness is out of reach. If you want to change your future, you must elevate your vision. And the best way to do that is by surrounding yourself with people who see possibilities where others see limitations. Practical steps to surround yourself with the right people. Audit your current circle. Take a close look at the people in your life. Ask yourself, are they helping you grow or holding you back? Expand your network. Go to events, join communities, and seek out opportunities to meet like-minded individuals. The right people are out there, but you have to take the initiative to find them. Be the kind of person you want to attract. If you want to attract ambitious, positive, and growth-oriented people, you must embody those qualities yourself, like attracts like. Set boundaries. You don't have to cut people out of your life completely, but you can limit your exposure to negativity. Protect your energy by setting boundaries with people who drain you. Invest in relationships. Building meaningful connections takes time and effort. Show up, add value, and genuinely care about the people in your circle. Relationships are a two-way street. Life is unpredictable. The world is constantly evolving, and no matter how much you plan, unexpected challenges will arise. If you want to create a future of success and resilience, you must master the art of adaptation. Adaptability is not just a skill, it's a mindset, a strategy, and a necessity in a world that refuses to stand still. The reality of change. The one constant in life is change. Whether it's technological advancements, economic shifts, or personal circumstances, the ground beneath your feet is always moving. Think about it. Businesses that fail to adapt to the digital revolution have vanished. People who clung to outdated ways of thinking have been left behind. Even relationships crumble when individuals refuse to grow and adjust together. The lesson is simple. If you don't learn to adapt, you risk becoming irrelevant, stagnant, or stuck in a world that has moved on without you. But here's the good news: adaptability is a skill you can develop. It's not about compromising your core values or abandoning your goals. It's about finding new ways to achieve them. Why adaptability is crucial for your future. The speed of change is accelerating. In the past, industries took decades to transform. Today, change happens in months or even weeks. Think about how quickly artificial intelligence, remote work, and social media have reshaped the world. To thrive, you must not only keep up, but stay ahead. Challenges are opportunities in disguise. When you adapt, you don't just survive challenges, you turn them into stepping stones. Every setback becomes a lesson, every detour an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Adaptability builds resilience. The most successful people aren't those who never face difficulties. They're the ones who rise every time they fall. Learning to adapt equips you with the resilience to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. Adaptability is about mindset. Adaptability starts with how you view change. Instead of seeing it as a threat, see it as a chance to innovate and evolve. Embrace these core principles of an adaptable mindset. Be open to new perspectives. Adaptable people are curious. They ask questions, seek new information, and are willing to challenge their own beliefs. Growth comes when you open your mind to possibilities you hadn't considered before. Let go of fear. Fear of the unknown can paralyze you. Adaptable individuals acknowledge their fears, but don't let them dictate their actions. They step forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Practice humility. Sometimes adapting means admitting you are wrong or that your original plan isn't working. Humility allows you to pivot without clinging to your ego. Stay flexible, not stubborn. A rigid tree snaps in the wind, but a flexible one bends and survives. Being adaptable doesn't mean you abandon your principles. It means you find creative ways to uphold them. How to become more adaptable? Embrace lifelong learning. Adaptable people never stop learning. Read books, take courses, listen to podcasts, and stay curious. The more you know, the better equipped you are to handle change. Develop emotional intelligence. Change often triggers emotions like fear, frustration, or anxiety. By understanding and managing your emotions, you can respond to challenges with clarity and calmness. Focus on problem solving. Adaptability isn't about avoiding problems, it's about solving them. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I do now to move forward? Build a growth-oriented network. Surround yourself with people who embrace change and challenge you to grow. When you're part of a forward-thinking community, adapting becomes easier. Anticipate change. Be proactive, not reactive. Stay informed about trends in your industry, relationships, or personal goals. When you anticipate change, you can prepare for it instead of being blindsided. Real-life examples of adaptability. Businesses that thrive through crisis. Think of companies like Netflix, which pivoted from DVD rentals to online streaming. Their willingness to adapt made them industry leaders. Individuals who reinvented themselves. Consider someone who lost their job but used the opportunity to learn new skills and start a business. Adaptability turned their setback into a breakthrough. Everyday acts of adaptation. Even small adjustments like learning a new technology, navigating a tough relationship, or trying a different strategy demonstrate the power of being adaptable. The rewards of adaptability. Growth through change. Every time you adapt, you grow. You learn more about yourself, expand your skill set, and become more resilient. Opportunities open up. When you're adaptable, you see opportunities where others see obstacles. Doors that seemed closed suddenly open. Confidence in any situation. Knowing you can adapt gives you confidence to face the unknown. You trust yourself to figure things out, no matter what life throws at you. A practical exercise. Ask yourself these questions. What's one area of my life where I need to adapt? What's holding me back from making the necessary changes? What small steps can I take today to embrace the new reality? Write down your answers and commit to action. Adaptation isn't a one-time event, it's a practice you cultivate over time. As we bring this journey to a close, remember this: your future is not something that just happens, it is something you actively create. The path to a meaningful and impactful life lies in your daily choices, your ability to embrace growth, and your willingness to act with purpose and conviction. When you start with your why, you root yourself in a purpose that gives every action significance. When you embrace the long game, you recognize that true success is a marathon, not a sprint, and you commit to perseverance. By surrounding yourself with the right people, you ensure that your environment lifts you higher rather than weighing you down. Through the power of adaptability, you equip yourself to navigate the storms of change and turn obstacles into opportunities. These are not just rules to follow, they are principles to live by. They are the keys to unlocking the potential within you and creating a future that reflects the very best of who you are. Your future is waiting, but it requires your participation. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it. And it's not about taking shortcuts, it's about showing up every single day with intention, grit, and an open heart. So go forward boldly. Stay grounded in your purpose. Surround yourself with those who elevate you. Adapt to the challenges that come your way. And always keep your eyes on the long-term vision.